8 upgrades you've got to at least consider with your new construction home. Cue the intro, D-Mac. So before we get into it, here's the criteria we used for the upgrade suggestions. First, we recommend upgrades that are much easier to do during the building process than they are after the home is complete. Number 2, we're recommending upgrades that we're confident you'll see return on your money after your appraisal comes in. And number 3, we're recommending upgrades that will garner demand should you ever decide to sell your home in the future. All right, now let's get into it.
So square foot, number 1, is a great place to start because it's often difficult and more expensive to add later. So for example, we have actually a couple of options on different floor plans for an optional sunroom that's a 20 by 20, 400 square foot space. It's beautiful and all these windows, and it's very cost effective for us to do it while we're already buying materials and framing the house. And then there's also an optional game room on the 3rd floor of a couple of our plans where it's like a 500 square foot add-on with a full bath, and we can do it for less than $30,000. So if you think about adding 500 square foot for like $50 to $60 a square foot, that's a heck of a lot cheaper, and it's a great value add upgrade because, you know, the cost of your home might actually be $150 a square foot, but if you can add an extra 500 square foot that cheaply, it's just a really cost-effective upgrade. And so if size matters to you, then you definitely want to consider what additions and add-ons your builder can offer that may come as a very cost-effective and value-added square foot upgrade.
Yeah, I like it. Well, number 2, the kitchen, yay! So your kitchen in general is the best place to spend upgrade money, whether you're gonna add some square footage or the finishes. And here's 2 reasons why. You'll get a great return on the investment when you sell your home in the future. And more importantly, in my opinion, the kitchen is the heart of the home, and it's typically where your family spends the most time together. So you want it to be spacious, beautiful, functional, and an enjoyable room that ideally has a little bit of bling to it.
I like that.
Thanks. I say that because the higher you go up in price, the more your kitchen becomes a showpiece of your home. At bare minimum, upgraded, bigger kitchen cabinets with trim, finishes, maybe even glass doors are always a good option. Your countertops and your backsplash is a great place to maybe upgrade to quartz as well. Some of my personal favorite kitchen upgrades that we did when we built our home was an oversized island. We did a walk-in pantry with wood shelving and outlets throughout. We added a lot of extra lighting, and we did upgrade our appliances too. I think that actually makes a big difference.
Yeah, and one weird dynamic, just a tip from personal experience, we've never regretted money spent on kitchens or master bathrooms. So just a pro tip, like you might think you're overdoing it, but you're probably not. So number 3, your home's exterior. So the exterior of the home, first of all, you have like 5 seconds to make a first impression, and that's what the exterior finishes and landscaping of your home do. It gives people that are coming to your home a first impression within seconds. It's also like a maintenance thing. It helps protect against inclement weather. So if you're, for example, upgrading from, let's say, vinyl siding to a masonry exterior like hardy plank or brick, these can be great in terms of adding value. Brick's like really expensive, but it also adds value. And there's also the added benefit of saving money over time and long-term maintenance expenses. I can't tell you how many times I put a hole in J-channel or in a corner piece or piece of vinyl, weed whacking or slinging a rock with my lawnmower. My son's done it several times. And so it's a pain in the butt, and it doesn't always look good, and it always goes to the bottom of the stack on the honey-do list because now you got this hole in your vinyl siding. Now you got to order siding from Lowe's. It ruins your weekend. So you're like, pinch up aggression. And not to mention, again, back to the economies of scale, home exterior material can be very expensive, especially the masonry stuff. So it's a huge expense, and it's much more likely that your builder can buy these things way cheaper and install it with way cheaper labor than you could at a later date. So definitely consider your exterior finishes as a possible place to spend some of those upgrade funds.
Yeah, that's a good one. Number 4, insulation. Now, obviously, this isn't like a showstopper, and it isn't even structural, but it's definitely a difficult thing to do once your home is already built. So we recommend adding a little extra insulation or even upgrading the quality of the insulation while you are building your home. It's much easier and more economical to add extra insulation into a new construction home rather than getting it into the walls later after the home is built. Specifically, like between walls, like room to room walls. Like we sometimes feel like we're living in a dog kennel. We've added Bailey, which we love Bailey so much, but she is wild and she runs around a lot. And I'm really, really glad that we added that extra insulation between our walls, even the floor to the ceiling.
We get loud a little bit sometimes too, and the kids don't want to hear that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
All right, people. So needless to say, insulation is a great place to go ahead and add in your home because it really will actually help with noise travel, but then also the energy efficiency of your home.
For sure.
And now I'm gonna take number 5, even though you're super tall and ceiling height probably matters a lot more to you than it does to me, but you know what? I really love a tall ceiling. So ceiling height is actually a great place to upgrade with your builder before even you're doing the building plans. Because they have to be able to plan for the higher ceilings, but it actually is going to make your home feel more luxurious, larger, it makes rooms larger. And if you're thinking about going over the edge, of course the first floor is always a great place to do those tall ceilings, maybe a 10-foot ceiling, but go ahead, pull the trigger and go on that second floor as well. You won't regret it.
All right, number 6. So this is personal experience talking again. We made the mistake in our first home of making our primary bedroom way too big and not leaving enough space and enough room for our primary bathroom and closet. So unless you're 100% positive that you want a really big bedroom and like a sitting area or some living space in your bedroom, we suggest that you go with a fairly efficiently sized master bedroom and save the space for the bathroom and the closet. Similar to the kitchen, investing in your primary bathroom will always give you a great ROI. It's another like bling spot in the house. So you don't want to skimp on the finishes. This is America, people, and the way of minimalist is like virtually a dead thing when it comes to custom home building. So don't go small. Bigger is better. More is more when it comes to kitchens and master baths. So high-end finishes will definitely give you ROI in terms of your appraisal value, and certainly you will see a return if for some reason you decide to sell this home in the future. People are just going to be throwing their panties at you when they see this bathroom, going to be very excited.
Right.
Upgraded cabinets and counters, nicer plumbing fixtures, tile bed and tile walls in the master shower. An oversized shower with seamless glass doors, heated tile flooring.
Yes, all of the shower heads.
All the shower heads, all things that you want to invest in or at least consider investing in. And remember, again, if size matters, it's very, very difficult to expand the size of your master closet or your master bathroom later because you're going to be stealing space from another room. So go big or go home with your master closet and master bath. And keep in mind as you're designing and selecting space for the finishes of your primary ensuite altogether, don't go overboard with the bedroom unless you're sure that you really, really want that space.
That's true. I like it. Number 7, flooring. So we went a little outside of our 3 criteria for this one because flooring is by large something that you can add later with relative ease. However, you do get a return on your flooring upgrade, particularly if you're going to go from carpet to a hard surface. Now, if your heart is set on a high-end flooring, but your budget is a little limited, the best place to install hardwood floor would be, or that high-end hardwood floor, would be your foyer, family room, kitchen, dining room, anywhere that's considered a high traffic area or where guests are particularly going to see on a regular basis. This is definitely worth your upgrade money.
Yeah, for sure. And one tip, make sure if you have kids that are tough on floors or pets or dogs, there is a test for the hardness or density of the wood so you can kind of compare and contrast. Like we put in, what was it? Cedar? No, it wasn't cedar.
It was pecan.
Pecan floor, and it was the prettiest floor that we could put in our house.
Lovely.
But our kids destroyed it in under 36 months. So last quick tip, actually, always get upgraded carpet pad. If you're doing carpet anywhere, it makes it softer and cushier, more comfortable to feel. You can go with a cheaper carpet, but upgrading that carpet pad actually makes it really, really sweet, and it's not that expensive to do. So number 8, and something that we are really getting into is energy saving upgrades. It's the last upgrade because it's worth it. And it's good for the environment because the planet. Upgrading to energy efficient windows, appliances, and heating and cooling. It's all well worth it because it makes the home more valuable. It makes the home cheaper to run and to operate because it's more energy efficient, and you'll spend less money on utility bills in the long run. So it's financially worth it. And the kicker is that it's better for the environment. According to the EPA, if all new homes were energy efficient to Energy Star standards, the US would save more than 30 billion kilowatts of electricity annually and reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 20 million metric tons. Now, I don't know what any of that means, but I feel like to some extent we should be a steward of that. So the reality is we're not like tree huggers, but every little bit helps, and so why not build your home with energy efficiency, save yourself some money on utilities, make your home more valuable, and help the planet out along the way.
I like it, yeah.
Yeah.
And crafting forever homes.
We'll see you next week. I like the bling.
Some of my personal favorite upgrades that we did in our kitchen when we built our home was an I love you. Okay, getting back to it, don't even know where we were. Insulation is actually a great place.
Lose your train of thought, did you?
Shut up. Insulation's a great place.
Everything's great, isn't it?
Everything's great.
Wow.
Insulation's a phenomenal place. I shouldn't even say phenomenal. Oh my, y'all just want me to step up.
Rachel just can't keep it together. Should I take out the panties part?
No.
All right, then back it up for a second.
Or
You do, you're right.
okay. I love you. You're making it fun.
Right, so say particularly, because I didn't hear it until that last time.
Particularly.
Particularly.
Particular. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do it now. Don't do it.
You're gonna make it worse.
Yeah, you really will.
It's gonna be expensive to edit. Poor Dylan's gonna be like, Jesus.
However, you do get a return on your flooring upgrade, particularly if you're going to cut.
I'm sorry. All
right.
I'm sorry.
Or maybe sheet vinyl to tile. Now, if you're hard set on a high-end hardwood,
if you're hard set on hardwood, it's gonna be a hard choice.
Now, if your heart is
I can't. It hurts to laugh.
Dylan, edit it out if it's bad.
Right.